Is anything like sanctions or some other concrete measure being considered by the US side if this law should take effect?
Yeah, well, first of all, big if there, right? This is the Parliament passing it. It still has some process to go here. We're certainly watching this real closely, and we would have to take a look at whether or not there might be repercussions that we would have to take, perhaps in an economic way, should this law actually get passed and enacted. And that would be really unfortunate because so much of the economic assistance that we provide Uganda is health assistance, and largely through PEPFAR. You can see a world in which a law like this, should it be enacted, would not only, as Karine rightly said, just be devastating to a whole community of people inside Uganda, but if it were to have any kind of an effect on our economic assistance, that would only make that.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Barack, Ahaya, Alam, Shalom, planet Earth. Y'all know this is True Talk, and this is a while back, but it was brought to my attention because the U.S. is trying to punish Uganda for its new gay bill because they have passed a bill not to go out and kill gays, not to discriminate against gays, but just to say we are not going to promote it. It's not going to be promoted in our radios, in our television, in our school. And if you want to do that, do it behind closed doors, but don't put up no gay flags. Don't promote this. And as you know, the U.S. been trying to push this on the continent, as we know as Africa, for the longest and hard. They really want to push this gay agenda on Africa. And you know how they do. They'll promise you all type of rewards if you bow down and serve them, like Satan do. You know, familiar. You know, his children got his character. But if you do what's right, if you stand on what the Most High says, and you keep the principle, uh, marriage is between a man and a woman, and not allow for two men to get married in your country, or two women to get married. Well, I think in this bill that Uganda got, where gays cannot adopt children and stuff like that. And this is, America always talk about diplomacy and democracy and freedom. So this country should be able to free to do whatever they want to do, right? To be able to pass whatever bill. If they made a bill and they passed it, it's passed. That's just what it is. But just want you to hear the evilness of this people and how the lack of compassion they have, not only for Negroes in the continent of Africa and the people on Africa, but just the lack of compassion for humans and human life. The reporter asked, would you put any sanctions on Uganda if they passed this bill? And he was like, well, if the bill passed, yeah, we'll have to look in that. And then he elaborated to say what type of sanctions that they might put on them. And he said the economy, basically dealing with money and shipping. And he said, it's a shame that if we would have to do that because it will affect the community and the people. So wait a minute. You ain't gotta do it. You ain't gotta put the sanction on this country. And usually you put sanctions on people countries for if they break some type of uh you know universal law like terrorists just killing people, or, you know what I'm saying, or being a dictator and mistreating their people, usually that's a call for saying a sanction. Not because they don't agree with your ideal about two gay people getting married. You don't punish a country for that. But then you talking about punishing them to the fact that it will affect the people in the community. And then you act like, oh, we don't want to do it because it'll be a shame if we have to do this because it will affect the community and the people. So why would you do that? Why would you be so heartless and oppose a sanction that would be devastating to a whole community of people when by Uganda passing this bill, it's not affecting nobody. It's not hurting nobody. It's not causing bloodshed. It's not causing hunger. It's not causing homeless. It's not causing people to struggle. But if you put that sanction on them, that's gonna cause all that. So you would rather punish innocent people, afflict innocent people, knowing that what you're gonna do is gonna devastate a community of people because they don't agree with your ideology, because they don't agree with gay getting married. And this is how the U.S. always be. If one country stand up against them, they try to make them out example to uh, put fear in the other African countries. And this is why the Most High told us that we shouldn't have the spirit of fear. And I pray and I hope Uganda that they benefit off this. That uh, if the Most High do allow for the USA to put sanctions on them, that instead of the sanction hurting them, I pray that it benefit Uganda. And I pray that the other countries get courage and realize that, hey, we don't have to be afraid of the USA. We don't have to bow down to their foolish agendas to corrupt us, to become like them. This is just utterly ridiculous and unbelievable. And I can't believe that people are sitting here and they like where the Moors at? Nobody is challenging him. Nobody is saying why would you do that to a country, to a people, just because they passing their own bill that these people are not hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the people that's in the quote unquote supposed to be leading the country, supposed to have a high position in the world. And you see how unmoral they is. You see how unmerciful they are. That they'll do any and everything to push their agenda, even if it's devastating and hurting the country, just because that country want to do the right thing and hold to its principles. Uganda came out many a times and said, look, this is just our principle. The most of the people in Uganda agree with this bill. This is why this bill passed, because they voted on this bill. And they was like, no, we don't need to start putting gay books in our school and teaching gay education, and we don't need to start making dresses for men, or we don't need to allow for gays to get married. No, that's still illegal here. And most of the people in Uganda agree with that. So you're going to punish them and do a sanction that's going to hurt their economy, it's going to hurt their community, that's going to allow people not to have jobs. It's going to allow people not to get paid. That's why you can't make a deal with the devil. And that's why, I don't know what deal that the African president made with the USA. One of the African president, he talked about the deal that they made that they still trying to get out today. Well, they agreed, the European and France and America, they agreed to not uh, colonize Africa if they can continue to colonize them in a different way. Some way he put it, and he's saying that Africa is still trying to get out of that contract in agreement today that basically is keeping Africa bound as servants to the USA. Well, they at the mercy that nobody respect the presidents in the governments of the countries in Africa, nor in Jamaica or Haiti. Like I said on another one of my videos, these average countries, these countries with like Iraq and Iran, they get more respect than Africa. You don't see U.S. pulling this junk with China. They ain't trying to push this gay agenda on China. And if China don't agree, they're gonna do a sanction. So why do they think they can do that with the continent of Africa? Hmm. Remember what I said? Sometimes you just gotta think what's really going on. This is spiritual. You got the children of the Most High fighting against the children of the devil, and the children of the devil is in power, and they want to keep their foot on the foots of the on the necks of the children of the Most High, and keep them in servitude, and keep them down, and make them even more wicked and crooked, so they cannot make it into the kingdom. This is a spiritual war. It's not physical. You got to think spiritual. Because if you just think carnal, you'll be like, it wouldn't make sense. Africans and our people are not dumb. We are not weak. Matter of fact, we the backbone. We the glory of this world. Without us, this world, this world is we like salt. Without us, this world is like food without salt. Matter of fact, we are the food. We are the nutrients in the food that keep everything going, plus the salt. But to be a people so talented, to be a people so beautiful, to be a people so smart, so athletic, so loving, so kind. Why do this happen? A lot of things say, well, you know, maybe we didn't need to be cold like them and heartless like them. No, you don't let the monster turn you into a monster. We need to continue to be loving and kind. But the Most High, He gonna revenge and fight for us. He already fighting for us. This you already see the writings on the wall. This country is already coming to an end. And as the Holy Scripture says, Satan know he only got a little bit of time left, so he's angry. And he's trying to destroy as many people as he can. So yes, they're going to try to destroy Africa with this gay bill. Because like Solomon and Grenada, you know, we are different. We can't do what they do. They eat some pork and can drink a whole quart of beer and kick their feet up and look at TV. We eat a little bit of pork, our blood pressure go to the roof. Why? Because we are not the same. We are not like them. The Most High is not going to deal with us like He's dealing with them. We can't do what they do. You know, Rome and all this gay stuff, it's in their culture. This is what they known for. But what you think gonna happen to Africa if all this gays junk come over there? The Most High ain't gonna play with y'all like that. And that's what the devil want. He want y'all, he want the world to be wicked. He want to turn everybody against the Most High. And he want everybody to hate the Most High. And he want he want you to allow for the Most High to hate you. He wants you to separate yourself from the Most High. You know, he said, if I punish these people enough, if I afflict these people enough, then maybe they'll start being mad at God. Maybe they'll start questioning if there is a God. And I can make them hate God. And then once I make them hate God, then they'll start being gay and thugging and being bad bitches and selling drugs and poisoning their own community and trying to be like us. And then God will start hating them. And then once we separate that relationship, our mission's accomplished. What is the mission? Conquer and divide. A lot of people say, they want to conquer and divide us. Divide us from what? From each other? No. They don't want to divide us from each other. They want to divide us from the Most High. This world is already divided. Negro, Mexican, black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, China, wicked, righteous, short, tall, fat, skinny. It's already divided. Well, or what side you on? Are you on the righteous side or the wicked side? And what they really trying to divide you from is the Most High and make it feel like He don't care, He don't love you. When He just aligned them to do this. Oh yeah, the Most High never said you wasn't gonna have trouble. Matter of fact, He said He gonna allow for the devil to overtake you, and you gonna go through trouble and be took through prison and be treated all these type of ways. But can you endure? The ones that endure will be saved, and the reward will be more than worth it. Said no eyes have seen, nor has it entered into the heart the glory that the Most High got wait for us. We can imagine they do movies about how the Garden of Eve will look and how paradise will look and how the kingdom on earth will look. But let me tell you something. They ain't got a clue what the Most High got prepared for us. It ain't even entering our mind. We ain't gonna know how great it is. Greater than anything they can invent on this world. Greater than any video game, any toys, any cars, anything that they can try to make you think this world is so good and lustrous. It's gonna be we can only imagine. I know one of the prophets, Enoch, when he was able to see just a little bit of heaven and what was up there, he said, I can't put it in words. The marvels of it, the beauty of it, I can't put it in words. It's something that I never seen or experienced. It's something that you can't explain. You just gotta experience. And he ain't even seen half of what the Most High got prepared for us. So just want to bring this forth and just, I don't know, it's just sad at how wicked and foolish this world is and how this man can boldly stand up here and talking about harming communities in a nation of people because they don't want to go along with the gay bill and act like that he would be in the right or it would be justice for them to do this to this country because they didn't pass the gay bill. Am I crazy or this world just wicked and crazy? Don't be drunk. That's when the scripture says stay sober minded and don't get drunk off this world. The more you pull yourself away from this world and go in that secret place and be with the Most High and communicate with Him and open your heart up to Him and ask Him to open your heart up to what's true, you will see just how foolish and ungodly this world is. Till next time, Shalom.